Another one of these Monday shows breaking down a devastating weekend for all of the Washington sports teams. Really, the Cougars the only one to even come close in their game as the Huskies are blown out after a decent first quarter. As for the Seahawks, it was an interesting one. So many players injured, and nobody wants to use it as an excuse, but you got enough guys who are starters, who are supposed to contribute, who don't play in a game. Certainly it matters. On the other side, this is really the last two games against the Raiders and Giants, probably the two best teams that they've played all year, maybe even the only playoff teams that the Seahawks have played all year. So you have to wonder what the reasoning is for them getting blown out twice in a row. As for Charlie Whitehurst, obviously a huge part of the discussion today. Do I think that right now he gives them the best chance to win? No. I'm not sure I watched that game and think that he's a better option than Matt Hasselbeck. Did I watch that game and say he's never going to be an NFL quarterback? No, I'm not sure I watched it and said that either. He's got a strong arm. He made some bad decisions. He has had problems with his accuracy, and even Pete Carroll told us on the Pete Carroll show today that he missed 5 or 6 balls in addition to the couple of picks that he had. So, look, I don't know what the future for Charlie Whitehurst is. My guess is Matt Hasselbeck is back next week. We talked to him afterwards. Seemed to be okay and continuing to progress after his concussion. So we'll see what's next for Charlie Whitehurst. I think that if this team loses 4 or 5 more games in a row, he will get an opportunity later in the year. And that gets to the next point. Where does this team go from here? Now, they've been buying in so far, and they've bought into Pete Carroll's philosophies, and they've been winning forever and competing every day. But what happens now? They've been blown out in 2 straight games. They have 3 difficult games on the road at Arizona, and then they have to go to New Orleans to see the Super Bowl champions, and then at home against a pretty good and physical Kansas City squad. What happens here, to me, a watershed for Pete Carroll this season, and maybe even in his tenure here in Seattle. You can hear the entire Pete Carroll show on the podcast page, so go download it. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.